from CBS News Bay Area, Newsom and Bonta prepare to defend California's values from Trump. Okay, I don't think those are California's values as a whole. Those are Gavin Newsom's values, scumbag greaseball bang your wife, Governor Gavin Newsom's values, and AG Rob Bonta. They are going to defend themselves from Trump, but they're not protecting the large majority of the state, because even in California and New York, you can see a huge rightward shift. And maybe it's not even that far right. Maybe it's just that the Democrats have gone absolutely insane and moved as far left as humanly possible. But my name's Eric. This channel is called Report and Opine. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I'm absolutely begging you.
I'm begging you, please. Come on, please.
It would help me a lot and cost you nothing. But if you wanted to help me even more and spend just a little bit of money, you would buy my book, New York City 2020, Gotham Unglued, on Amazon.com. That link will be in the description.
In fact, Newsom and other Democratic leaders are already making plans for what Trump's second term could mean for the Senate. Newsom is calling on state lawmakers to convene a special session to, quote, Trump-proof state laws. He wants more.
Wait, why though? Right? There's criminals running roughshod over the entire state of California. But, right, we all remember that San Francisco doesn't care about crime.
You guys worried about consequences like from the police out here?
What? San Francisco doesn't believe in crime. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Shout out the DA, though. Oh, shout out London Breed, too.
But you do care about big, bad, mean orange man. Same thing, clear across the country in New York. There's looting, rioting, criminal illegals. But your most pressing issue is to get Donald Trump, which, of course, has circled the drain and gone all the way down. But we all saw that coming a mile away.
More funding for the Attorney General's office to fight off federal challenges. And during Trump's first term in office, California filed more than 120 lawsuits, many targeting Trump's environmental and immigration policies. And earlier today, Attorney General Rob Bonta was in San Francisco laying out his response plan for the next Trump presidency. Wilson Walker was there.
As the reality of a second Trump administration takes hold, I know there is a...
Yeah, or just reality. These people are so despicable. Oh, the reality of a second Trump. Yeah, you mean just living in real life? You guys are struggling with that? And obviously, they've been struggling with that for years. We all saw it coming a million miles away, like we were wearing giant binoculars. And it slapped them in the face as though they had no idea. And for Gavin Newsom and Nancy Pelosi and all these weirdo political hack shield Democrats, are they truly this out of touch?
Am I so out of touch? No, it's the children who are wrong.
I don't think they are. I think this is absolutely despicable, maniacal, manipulative evil, and they know exactly what they're doing. They're not saying, oh, this is going to work for us, this is going to work for the state. They know exactly what's happening, and they do it anyways. And especially, they do it to prove their muscle, to prove their point. They know it's not going to work. We're talking about 50, 60-year-old people, 70-year-old people, 80 in Bo Biden's case, thinking that their quote-unquote policies were going to work, lopping the junk off kids, claiming that you don't know what a woman is, but then telling you to vote for a woman. The laundry list is long, and I hope, I pray that it's over, or at least we hit the wall, and we're slowly going back the other way.
A lot of fear and anxiety, frustration and sadness, and I understand.
California Attorney General Rob Bonta, standing in front of the Golden Gate Bridge, said his office had spent the previous weeks and months preparing for the event of a second Trump administration.
We've prepared in detail with litigation strategy. We have a legislative strategy. We have thought in detail about where and when we sue, on what grounds.
So they don't even know why they're angry, but they are preparing something because surely they're going to have to stand up. But it's over, bro. You guys did it. You gave it all you had, right? You can see the electoral map. You can see the rightward shift, and they are doubling down on this because they are answering to a completely different power than the will of the California people.
And we're working with our partners across the state.
So the first question is, As you know, the million-dollar question is, what exactly will the Trump administration do?
UC Law San Francisco professor Dorit Reese says from immigration to environmental laws, California won a number of cases the first time around because the administration's work was frequently sloppy.
In the first Trump administration, the Trump administration lost a lot of cases for action that the courts found arbitrary and capricious because they were not thought through or not explained.
Okay. And who in their right mind is going to, well, I guess the Californians, but who's going to say that, oh, Donald Trump is actually doing far worse than the state of California, where they, they're the butt of every single joke, from cleaning up when a dictator shows up to self-vaccinating under the Bay Bridge. The list is long, okay? The bipping, the smash and grab, it's nonstop, and you are going after Trump rather than the actual criminals?
Nothing you can do to
But the second time could be different for a number of reasons, and largely for the fact that it is the second time around.
And the first Trump administration appointed quite a few judges, and I expect they'll appoint more. So one question is, where will the courts go on this?
We don't mind who appointed a judge.
We want to protect you.
Attorney General Javier Becerra filed some 122 lawsuits against the Trump administration, including the successful defense of DACA, a program that was ultimately saved at the Supreme Court. Bonta says he will be asking for more resources and joining forces with like-minded attorneys general around.
Oh, surprise, surprise. He's going to be asking for more resources
around the country.
We expect to be able to do that again. We want to do that again. And we expect pushback from the Trump administration.
What a little weasel, bro. This guy's trying to take his cues from Gavin Newsom with his weird salt and pepper, slick back, gray nonsense. This guy is despicable. And until they get rid of this type of people, this type of person, California stands no chance.
So we'll see what he does and how he does it. And
we'll see what he does and how he does it. We are setting up to sue him, even though we have no idea what could happen.
Push back legally in the past.
The Attorney General was asked several times what specific actions he might take on what issues. His response was that part of the plan is to keep the plan secret. So some legal gamesmanship unfolding here as the state tries to shield its game plan from the Trump administration. Asked about how much it might cost to do this, the Attorney General said whatever it takes.
Wilson, thank you.
Oh, yeah. We need more money. And money is no object. We're going to do whatever we have to do to sue him just in case something happens.
The top Republican in California's state Senate blasted the move. State Senator Brian Jones said in a statement, this special session is clearly just another political stunt, a desperate attempt to distract from Democrats' significant losses across California on Tuesday. And just a few months ago, Trump suggested that his next administration might withhold federal disaster response funding from California.
Gavin Newsom is going to sign those papers. And if he doesn't sign those papers, we won't give him money to put out all his fires. And if we don't give him the money to put out his fires, he's got problems. He's a lousy governor. And he treated me very nicely.
The threat came in response to a dispute with Newsom over water delivery.
Okay. Well, look. I mean, Newsom is a terrible person, but not a terrible governor. He's doing good for the regime, but he is a terrible person. And everything that he's doing politically is quite clearly done, in my opinion, obviously, done on purpose. This isn't some guy who just, misses the mark. No, this guy is trying to destroy things purposely. And with that said, the SF Gate writes, these California counties flipped from blue to Trump this year. So why in the world would they take the time and effort and money and ask for more money to come up with a coalition or whatever to combat Donald Trump, even though they don't know what he's going to do yet? But why would he do that? Do you think Gavin Newsom hasn't seen this electoral map of his own state? In a short 4 years, it's gone really quite red. Obviously, the state didn't turn red. They didn't go for Trump over Beau Biden. But he sees this. Scumbag, greaseball, bang your wife, Governor Gavin Newsom sees this, but he does it anyways. That's because he's not incompetent. He is literally trying to destroy things at the behest of the regime, I suppose. And there's one more. a Texas border county backed by Democrats for generations. Trump won it decisively. So we can all see the writing on the wall. Some of us have seen it for years. In fact, all the way back in 2019 when Bo Biden didn't stand a chance, which we now even decisively know, because what happened to the 15 million votes that just went missing? But that's a completely different story. My point is, Governor Scumbag Greaseball Bang Your Wife Gavin Newsom is saying he is going to set up a coalition to fight back against Donald Trump when he can see clearly that even in his state and states around the country, obviously Texas is a heavily red state, but it's gone even more red. But with them knowing all of this, why would they still come up with this plan?